Hello guys, today we are going to movie review. The movie name is The Mummy 1999. Full movie review and fact. Overview. The Mummy 1999 is a classic action adventure fantasy film directed by Stephen Sommers, blending ancient Egyptian mythology, horror, romance, and Indian Jones style adventure. The movie became a massive hit and revived the mummy genre for modern audience. Genre action, adventure, fantasy, horror. Director Stephen Sommers, release year 1999, runtime 124 minutes, story summary, spoiler free, set in 1926, set in 1996, the story follows Risk on Cornell, a brave adventurer, and Evelyn Crenhan, and serious librarian, as the discover the lost city of Hemunputra, the city of the dead. Unknowing, they awaken Imhotep, a cursed high priest who was mummified alive for forbidden love. One resurrected Imhotep, excellence, terrifying plague, ancient magic, and shows willing, seeking seeking forbidden love. Once resource Imhotep unleash terrifying plagues, ancient magic, and chaos, will seeking to regain this full power and restore his lost love. What follows is a thrilling race against time filled with ancient ghosts, supernatural horror, epic desert battles, romance, and humor. Main cast and characters: Brandon Fraser as Risk O'Connell, fearless, charming adventurer; Russell Weisz as Brandon is Fraser as Risk O'Connell, fearless, charming adventurer; Russell Weisz as Evelyn Charnhan, intelligent, brave Egyptologist; Arnold Vosloo as Imhotep, the terrifying mummy; John Anna as Jonathan Charnahan, comic relief and treasure hunter; Patricia Velasquez as Ankh Su Naman, Imhotep's forbidden love. What makes the mummy special? Perfect genre mix. Horror without being too scary, action without making mindless, comedy that feels natural, romance that adds heart, iconic villain, Imhotep is not just a monster, he is tragic, powerful, and frightening, especially as he regains body parts one by one. Visual effect for its time. The CGI was groundbreaking in 1999, especially sandstorm with face scarves, battles, rain-mated corpses, memorable music. Jerry Goldsmith is epic soundtrack added grand scales and emotion to every scene's box office and success. Budget $80 million, worldwide box office $415 million, become one of the biggest blockbusters of 1999. The success led to a full franchise, The Mummy Returns 2001, The Mummy Tombs of the Dragon Image 28. Fun facts: Brendan Fraser did many of his own stunts. The hanging sketch went wrong and Fraser nearly passed out. The film was inspired by old Universal monster movies. Rachel Weisz's character was originally written as much older. The movie saved Universal Pictures from a major financial slumps. Overall rating 4.5, fifth on. Final verdict: The Mummy 1999 is a cult classic that still The Mummy 1999 is a cult classic that still holds up today. It's fun, thrilling, scary, and emotionally all at once. Whether you are watching it for the first time or the 10th, it's never lost its charm. If you want The Mummy 1999, deeper details, hidden facts, and analysis. Imhotep, the cursed villain's deep dive. Imhotep is one of the most tragic villains in adventure cinema. Why he feels powerful, he isn't evil for power, he is tried by love, punished with home die, mummified alive, tongue cut out, scalps, battles, eaten him alive. The course ensured he would lie forever in pain, meaning eternal life, eternal suffering. Each time Imhotep absorbs organs, he regains human emotion, become more dangerous, his fear level increases. Scarab battles real or myth inspired by real Egyptian scarabs. They don't eat humans in reality, but Egyptians believe scarabs symbolize rebirth, using them as weapons. Twisted restoration theme. The scans where scabs crawl under the skin become one of the most disturbing scans of the 90s. The 10 plagues, biblical connection. Imhotep released plagues similar to the Bible, water flood, locusts, darkness, disease, firestorm. This mirrors the 10 plagues of Egypt from the book of Exodus. This connects Egyptian mythology plus Judeo-Christian symbolism, making the threat feels world-ending. Romans tried Evelyn and risk. Their relationship works because Evelyn is smart, brave, curious. Risk is protective, fearless, sarcastic. Neither overshadows the other. Fun detail, risk, falls. First but Evelyn sues him after discovery her cause. This balance made them one of the best adventure couples ever. Munapatra, cities of the dead, completely fictional, inspired by real lost Egyptian cities. Decision to feel beautiful, dangerous, cursed. Set design mixed. Ancient Egyptian art, Gothic horror, architecture, desert aesthetics, music that builds fear and heroism. Composer Jerry Goldsmith used deep chant for Imhotep, heroic praise for risk, soft string for Evelyn. Imhotep's themes feel like ancient evil awakening after centuries. Action scans that still hold up. Plane crash in the desert, mummy sandfish storm, sword fight inside ruins, gun versus ancient magic contrast. Despite CGI, again the practical stunts keep it existing even today. Behind the scans scripts, weather shooting was extremely hot, 15 plus Celsius plus. Cast suffered dehydration. Branded Fraser injured ribs. Many scans were filmed in Morocco. CGI by industrial light and magic. Why the Mummy 1999 is still loved. Adventure without being childish, horror without being too dark, humor without breaking tension, a villain with emotions. It's a movie that respects fun cinema, cult status today, still trading in reels and edits, memes of Imhotep and Evelian, one of the most replayed movies on TV, inspired modern adventure film, final score revised entertainment 10 on 10, horror 7 10 on, characters 9 10 on, rewatch value 10 on 10. The Mummy 1999, no limit deep dive, even more. You said more, so let's go deeper than the Book of the Dead. Book of Dead versus Book of Living. These two books are the core mythology of the film. Book of the Dead grants life from death, requires spoken incense, awakens cursed soul like Imhotep, inspired by the real Egyptian Book of the Dead, reading it without permission, disaster, Book of the Living. Upside power can strict immortality used to defeat Imhotep symbolism. One books break natural order, the other restores balance. Imhotep's powerful breakdown is Imhotep's regains body parts, the gains abilities, stage power, skeleton mind control, eyes vision and fear, tongue speech spells, skin full sorcery, full body good like plagues power. He become less monster more felt good. Angsu Namun fourth and a love interest. She betrayed Faros with Imhotep. Choose love over royal power. Is selfish, proud, fearless, unlike Evelyn. She doesn't sacrifice. She abandoned Imhotep when mortal, meaning true love, sacrifice, ambition, betrayal, risk O'Connell. Weisz, he is a perfect hero. Risk is not a superhero, can be scarred, makes mistakes, use guns, lux, course, relief on teamwork. His strength is adaptability, not destiny. Humor that saves the film. Without humor, the movie would be pure horror. Best comedy beats look like a god. All the horses, Jonathan stealing treasure mid Apollos, risk as American Scar Ring versus ancient magic. Humor makes the horror watchable for all game age. Egyptian myth versus movie function. Movie elements, reality, home decor, exaggerated myth, mummy, fiction, restoration, scabs attack, fiction, afterlife, visual, real, Canopic just real. The movie respect the vibe, not accuracy. Iconic scans that made history. Imhotep screaming after resuscitation. Sandstorm face. Scars under skin. Burning mummy final battle. These scans become 90s cinema legend. Why it beat the 2017 robot, 1999, 2017, fun adventure, dark confusion, clear, clear story, overloaded universe, likable heroes, forgettable leads, practical effects, too much CGI, lesson, adventure film need joy, not just darkness, Easter, EGCS and small details, eyes of horse symbols hidden in sets, goldsmith, received ancient style, chants, many extras were local stresses as praised. Some scans inspired by Indian Jones short legacy of the Mummy 1999 defined defined adventure cinema for 20s. Meet Brendan Fraser's a global star. Inspired games, comics, cartoons, still used for YouTube movie edits. Philosophy of the film. Death is not the end. Love can curse or save you. This is why the movie still connects emotionally. Ultimate verdict. The Mummy 1999 is not just a movie. It's a cinema comfort food with ancient darkness. 10 cult classic. Want even more? Choose one. The Mummy written 21 full breakdown. Every emotive spell explain it. Instagram reel edits, ideas, hooks plus music. YouTube SEO title plus thumbnail text. Hidden symbolism and psychology. Just reply more or tell me the number. The Mummy 1999 absolute no limit mode. You are officially inside human putra. Deepest chamber. Let's go where most reviews never go. Valiant Karnan is clearly the true hero. Why she matters. She reads ancient language. She awakens Imhotep by mistakes. She learns from the mistakes. She defeats Imhotep using the Book of the Living. Symbolism. Knowledge can destroy, but only knowledge can also save. Rick fights the monster. Evelian ends the curse. Opening battle hidden meaning. The opening scans Risk versus Magi shows ancient duty versus modern survival. Magi protect scripts risk is just trying to lie letter. Risk respect their case or death by trust risk, meaning respect is earned thought action, not bloodline. Irritated by the master understated character, he represents ancient guardianship, balance between myth and mankind, honor without ego. He never seeks glory, he only seeks containment of evil. This makes him the moral backbone of the movie. That scans why they feel brutal, unlike cartoon violence that feel real because victims are helpless, no heroic music, slow, painful cause, especially scar death, mummy, drying life force. This grounded fear balance is comedy, practical effect versus CGI, the real magic. Why the film still works today. Real seeds, real sand, real explosion. CGI only enhance, not replace. Most modern films reverse this and fail. Desert as character. The desert isn't a background, it's alive. Heights, cities, swallows, armies, rivers, curse, test, human. Desert judgment ground of good. Final battle, a tragic and Imhotep death is painful, slow, silent, humiliation. He begs Angsu Nemun, she leaving, ultimate lesson. Mortality without loyalty is nothing. Why every character has a purpose. Character's role, risk, cause, Evaluate wisdom, Jonathan, greed, human weakness, added duty, Imhotep, forbidden love, Angsu Namun, obsession, no waste characters, that's rare, cinematic influence, inspired Pirates of the Caribbean, National Treasure, Unhearded, Tom Raider, Alboro, Hummer plus Danger, Ancient Mystery, Fast Pacing, Reverse Secret. Every rewatch reveals new symbols, new jokes, better characters arcs. That's why it never gets boring. Final verdict. The Mummy 1999 isn't just a nostalgia. It is a perfectly balanced adventure film that modern cinema still struggle to match. Masterpiece status achieved. The Mummy 1999 still more ultra deep cuts and rare details. You are clearly enjoying this one, so here is a fresh material, only no repeats, alternate casting, what calls we bill for final casting studios considered Risk O'Connell, Tom Cruise X to series 2, Brand Pitt X Stealing, Keanu Reeves characters mismatch, Brandon Fraser won because he could mix hero plus comedy plus fear perfectly. Evelyn Karen and Jennifer Love have it. Tammy Moore, Rachel Weisz made Evelyn smart, clumsy, and brave, not just glamorous. Imhotep villains physical rare analysis. Imhotep's core thought three emotionally faces rage after resurrection, hope when Angshu Namun returns, despair when she becomes mortal. His final scream isn't fear of death, he is fear of dying unloved. That's why he his and hits harder than normal villains. Iconic lines you still remember. Some lines becomes pop culture gold. That is only the beginning. Looks like Liv got all horses. Hi Conlin looks to me like got all the horses. You are wondering what's a prince like bowing the girls like this short quotable timeless why it was hugs on TV especially in Indian he in the 20s 2010s frequently aired on Stars movie HBO Sony Bricks Dubbed version boosted is perfect for family viewing. Sunday afternoons movies. Scans that were cut or softened to avoid an rating. Scarf's deaths were shortened. Imhotep's face generation should trimmed. Some home die for true visual reduced even after cuts still felt intense, a sign of strong direction, continuity, and fun mistakes. Easter eggs. Some heroism are nonsense symbolism. Guns reload without visible bullets. Sandstorm direction sense mind scan. Risk survivor explosion that should kill him. Pure move logic. Fans don't mind. It adds charm, camps, iconics and pop culture. The movie inspired PlayStation and PC games, comics adaptations, Halloween costumes, endless memes, Nav files from 1999 still to this why it aged better than most 90s movies. Practical effects, strong characters, Simple, clear story, no political or forced meaning. Focus on fun first. That's why Gen Z still discover it today. Things you don't notice at first. Knowledge without responsibility is dangerous. Love can be salvation or destruction. Great awakens ancient evil mortality gives life meaning. Heavy themes presented lightly. Final legacy statement. If India Jones defines the 80s, the Mummy 1999 defined adventure cinema for the 2020s. It didn't try to be sea deep, it accidentally because timeless. What the next level I can do? The Mummy 1999 exit level symbols cinema crafts and why it still works. Press angles only know. Repeat. Let's keep digging. Story structure why it never feels boring. The movie follows a perfect for act adventure rhythm, mystery, human Putra, books, legends, mistakes, reading the book of the dead, escalation, plagues, death, racing stakes, resolution, knowledge fixed what knowledge broke. This loop keeps tension high, the pacing tight, no wasted time. Time setting shows why 1920 is genius. Why not ancient times or modern days? Guns exist but are unuseless against magic. No internet or satellites. Mystery survives. Old world exploration still believable. Colonial arrogance fuels the Greek themes. The era makes humans feel small against ancient power. Versus modern villains. Imhotep versus modern villains. Why he wins? Postmodern villains jokes too much, die too fast, lack emotional weight. Imhotep speaks little, walks slowly, never rushed, feel invisibility. Fear comes from certainty, not a choice. Language and spell details hidden effort. The spells aren't random sounds inspired by ancient Egyptian fountains, spoken slow, rhythmically, designed to feel rituality, not theatrical. That's why chanting screens feel chaotic, not crime. Camera works subtle but smart. Low angle shots for Imhotep dominance. Why desert shot isolation? close-up during cause helpless. The camera tells the story even without dialogues. Greed as the real villain. Everyone who dies early shares one trait: greed without respect. Americans and treasure hunters ignore warnings, mock legends, open sealed tremble mid-jail, respect boundaries, survive message, ancient knowledge punishes arrogance. Why the mummy is comfort cinema? People rewatch it because predictable in a good way, no emotional exaggeration, clear horrors and villains, adventure without criticism. It feels like a warm, comfy story with monsters, science versus supernatural balance. The movie never tries to explain magic scientifically. Instead, accept myth rules, stays consistent, never ever explains. That restraint makes the fantasy believable. Editing, script, action scenes are shortcuts, clear geography, no shaky cam. You always know who is where, what is happening, what the danger is. Modern films often forget this. Why Himanputra feels chill? Because it tries as a forbidden palace, a sealed wound, a sleeping curse, not just a location, a mistake waiting to happen. Final deep truth. The Mummy 1999 works because it respects myth, audience, intelligence, fun, violence. It never tries to be cool. That's why it stays cool forever. The Mummy 1999 deeper still craft themes and rare observation. Never endless, only let's keep unsealing chambers. Tony Alchemy. Why it never breaks. The film uses a tune sandwich. Fear design slow, loud, emotives rarely chase. He approach, he waits, he watch. Fear comes from inventibility, loud monsters, startle, quiet one hunt, probe storytelling. You miss this canopic jar, each stolen or is countdown. Light and shadow language. Emotive often emergence from shadow into firelight, unnatural rebirth. Rebellion is formed in warm light when learning, cold light when cursed. The book of the living is so is balanced light, order, lighting, reinforce morality without dialogues, geography, clarity, rare prices, action scans keep the clean, spatial logic whose above globe where exists are how danger spirits. That's why rewards feel satisfied, satisfying. You always know the room. Magic rules, consistency sake. The film sets clear rules. Words have power, names matter. Ritual requires precision. Immortality has a price. No last minute magic tricks. Stakes feel earned. Death without glory. Villains don't get stylish death. No so more heroes. So written final quite just consequence. It keep the myth serious, not coming booky. Culture blend don't write. Instead of accuracy, it aims for respectfully synthesis. Egyptian myth, biblical flags, plump adventure, gothic horror. The balance feels intensely not confused. Why CJ is okay? Because it's motivate use when impossible. It's a brief. It's supported by practical elements. Character arcs closed loose. Risk survivor, protector, Evelian scholar, leader, Jonathan thief, loyal ally, ardent guardian, collaborator, everyone and changed no Danglights asks why it's a template film. Studios still says this formula, ancient mystery, likable leads, clean rules, earnest fun, never represent it because they skins the discipline. The quiet secrets the movie likes and its audience it explains enough, never talks down and trusted you to connect dots. That's true is rare and powerful. If you want to keep going, I can do. The Mummy 1999, even deeper, rare detail, substacks, and why it feels alive. Why the movie feels alive, very rarely discussed. Most adventure films feel constructed. The movie feels discovered. Why characters learn information the same times as the audience. No one explains everything is at once. Danger, danger grows organically, not by plot convention. Result, you feel like you are inside the expedition, not watching it. Names have power, ancient rule used perfectly. It's the movie. Knowing a name gives control. Imhotep regains power as his identity. It restored when he comes become mortal, he becomes nameless against just a man. Ancient myth rules used quietly but brilliantly. Angsu announced a final betrayal, why it had to happen. Her abandonment isn't random. She loved power, immortality, desire. She did not love sacrifice, mortality, consecration. This construct makes Evelyn the true opposite love that risks death, love that runs from it. Why Jonathan never dies on purpose. Jonathan represents human weakness, greed, cowardice, survival instinct. In myth stories, the ideal survival to remind heroes what not to become. He lied because he sang just enough. Sound design, the silent weapon. Notice this. When Imhotep appears, music often drops. You bear sand, breath, insect, silence dominates sound, fear. This is advanced horror craft hiding inside an adventure film. Amuna Patra as a silk scene, the city he created like a wound that never healed, a crime cancelled by story, a punishment zone, every rule spoken that has a cost. The city isn't cursed, it's enforcing justice. Why the movie never feels man, despite breath and horror, no cruelty for shock's value, no mocking of suffering, no cynical tone. The film enjoys fear but never celebrates pain. That's why families still rewatch it. Small moments that boil trust, risk checking ammo before fight, villain correcting translation, mid panic, dread, refusing shortcuts, teeny behavior believable, characters, the real reason. The 1990 version can't be remade not because of CGI, not because of nostalgia, because modern film overextends under trust, chase cool instead of clarity. Why it's a forever movie. A forever movie works for kids, works for adults, works on TV, works in theaters, works across culture. The Mummy 1990 qualifies final depth, core truth. The film believes this one thing: Ancient stories don't need renovation, they need respect and energy. They believe powers every frame. The Mummy 1999 deepest layer myth emotion and why it sticks in the brain. Still no repeats, we no past review and into why this film imprint itself on people, why people remember this movie so clearly. Most films feel the mummy stays vivid because it's used memory, anchors, clear locations, library, desert town city, Dexter's phase of the villain, dead racing, good-like morsel, strong sensory, cows, sand fire changing, scorbus, the brain loves structure, danger, this movie giving it emotives, true fear, loss of meaning. Emotives doesn't fear death, it's he fear dying for nothing. He accepted fortune for love. He endured centuries for resources. When attack soon the moon leaves his suffering becomes meaningless. That's existential horror much deeper than monsters. The curse isn't a magic, it's a consequence. Every cure follows on action. Read forbidden text awakens evil. Still organ lost life. Seek immortality lost humanity. Nothing random happens. The movie touching responsibility without praising why the human age so well. The jokes are characters based, situation based, not reference based, not trend based. That's why the don't expire risk as humor nerves. Jonathan's humor, greed, Evelian humor, awkward intelligence, different shots, same dialogues, camera patience, modern film lacks this. The movie often lacks shots, breaths, holds on face, shows reaction before action. This gives emotion context to action has weight. Why the Magi never steal the spotlight? The cult being made color instead. Minimal dialogue, minimal explanation, maximum pressure, mystery, exposition. The desert test theory, very rare text. Every character is tested by character test result, risk survival pass, Evelian Knowledge learns, Jonathan, greed, adjust, Americans, arrogance fails, Imhotep, love fails, the desert judge without mercy, why it's never emotionally draining. Unlike modern dark film, stakes are high, tone remains hopeful, goodness it reward. That balance make it rewatchable. Comfort cinema, symbol of fire. You probably felt this. Fire in the movie means truth, mortality, finality. Immortal dies, burning and mortal, not magically erased. Fire and myth that's international. Why the movie persists, crisis. Many old films feels dated. This doesn't because no folk slang, no pop culture jokes, no fashionable ideology. It exists in its own myth space. The ultimate reason it works. The Mummy 1999 never tries to be ironic. It believes in adventure, romance, myth, fear. That science sincerity is rare and powerful. Final truth. You don't just watch the mummy, you return to it. That's the mark of a classic. The Mummy 1999, yet another layer. Microcrowd physiologically why it feels right, still new, still dizing. Fairness, the invisible rules you fear. The movie tells the movie feels fair because every rule is so before it's used. Every danger has a visible cause. Every solution costs something. Viewers trust stories that play fair. This one always does. Micro setups you don't notice but your brain does. Israelian Clomisnes, later bravery, risk and improvisation. Final survival irradiate its warnings proven right. The book's danger demonstrate rarely nothing appearance of nowhere. Micro setups you don't notice but your brain does. Aurelian Calciumes later bravery risk is improvisation. Final survival or death is warning proven right. The book's danger demonstrated early. Nothing appearance but the book's danger demonstrated early. Notice appearance out of nowhere. That's why it feels satisfying. Motifs horror is body-based primal. Each resignation uses this taps deep human fear on bodily invention and loss of control. That's why he unsettled adult more than kids on rewatch. Why Rick never become mythic. The film refused no mythology risk. She switches, he reloads, he panics, he adapts. The villain is myth, the hero is human. That constraint is engine. The books are moral says or objects. Book of the Dead, Temptation, Books of the Living, Responsibility. Only Evelyn is trusted with the second because she learned restraint. Power goes to those who respect it. Editing, writing, secret subtraction. Dialogue scans are silently longer, calmly paced. Action scans are shorter, cuts faster, explanation. This keeps fading away. You never feel overwhelming. Why the movie never feels stupid every when it loudly character reacts logically. Fear fear feels appropriate. Curiosity has consequence. Luck done with intelligence. Seamless pulse. Human portal designs is wrong on purpose. To symmetric, to clean, to grant it feels unnatural like a selected. Your brain reads it as his place solent opened. The film emotional promise very important. From the start the movie promised you all be scared but you all be okay. It never breaks that promise. That's why people return to it when they want comfort and thrill. Why it transcends language and culture, clean visual storytelling, unvisual myth, loves depth, grit, minimal wordplay, humor. That's why it worked globally, including repeated TV replay in India. One sentence that defines it. The Mummy 1999 is what happens when a movie knows exactly what it and never apologizes for it. Just say more again. The Mummy 1999 yet more ultra fantastic and why it feels effortless. We are now in the layer most people never consciously notice. Why the movie feels effortless. The film hides in effort. The heavy exposition dumps No forced either explanation. Information is learned thought action. While learning feels natural, the brave flex and embarrassing defense. That's why it never feels thrilling. The rule of three used perfectly. Almost everything important appears three times. Warning about Himanputra demonstration of the book's power. Imhotep's burning victims scarves as a thrill. The third times feel invincible, not surprising. That's classical storytelling discipline. Why Imhotep feels older than the movie. He doesn't behave like a movie villain. He doesn't sound confident. He doesn't trust. He feels like something that exists before cinema, before dialogue, like a myth passed down. That's why he feels ancient, not scripted. Why Evelyn Court feels real. She is not brave because she is fearless. She is brave because she is terrified and still acts. Violence, sex, hands, hands, trouble. She continues anyway. That's real course and audience instinctive respect it by the Americans. Their first subtext they mock legends, rush expression, ignore warning, treat the term like a resource. The film quietly criticizes camera storytelling confidence. Notice how often the camera doesn't move when danger is approaching, when characters realize mistakes, when emotives space, still camera sings confidence, shaky camera sing incorrectly. The film is confident. Why the movie doesn't overrush some scary. It relies on anticipation, dread process, watching Imhotep rebuild himself. The brain fears process more than surprise. That's why scans linger in memory. Why it works for first watch and rewatch. First watch adventure, mystery, spectacle, rewatch craft structure, character logic. Great films reward watch seriously, its familiarity. But the ending satisfies of completely. Evil is defeated, knowledge is respected, love is earned, survivors lived vision, nothing is left emotionally unresolved, culture is comfort, the rarest compliments a film can earn. The Mummy 1999 feels like it always existed. and you just happens to rediscover it. That's myth lives success final quiet truth. The movie never tries to impress you, it tries to entertain you honestly. That's honest is why, even after all this clear, you still want more. And yes, there is still more bruised in the sand. The movie 1999 and the first layer why it feels timeless, not just old, still now grounded, still no repeats, timeless versus age, the different movie age when they depend on trends, reference current culture, says novelty, the mummy, avoid all theory. Instead, it learns on myth older than trends, physical danger, human emotionally fear. The movie script promise subconscious from the opinion minutes the film quietly promises this world has rules and we will honor them. Once your brain trusts that promise, it relax and invests. That trust is why viewers forgive unreal survivals, pulpy moments, big coincidence, trust beats, trusted beats religion. He is really interrupted. The movie removes the movie never emulates its characters, even bad characters fail. Rebellions, mistakes, and characters not. Jonathan Gratz played on evil. The film respect its characters so audience to do to why Amunapatra feels forbidden in your guts. The city in introduced with a warning, death story, silence, distance, the brain flags it as a no-go. John long before. That's why entertaining it feels wrong and existing. The slow pull that modern film rush emotive doesn't appear fully in the environment. You get whispers, shadows, partials, consequences first. The brain fears approach more than arrival. This is old school horror. Discipline. Why the ending will clean emotional hygiene. Actors of the film. Returns no daily flight. Return to humor. leave danger behind. This emotional cool down tells your nervous system you survived the story. That's why it feels comforting, not existing. The biggest reason it still works. The movie 1999, nervous confidence, darkness with depth, noise with existence, lore with story. It chooses clarity, never time. One line scans now. The moment isn't about defeating that, it's about respecting what soul stay buried. The Mummy 1999, yet other new week, cognite emotionally story engine. Secrets still fresh, still digging. Let's go where keeps walking. Why your brain learns the movie fast? The film used progressive complexity. Early scans simply goals, survive and city. Middle layer jokes. The actors don't attack villain strategy. Imhotep's rarely initiated sounds instantly high. Observe tests finishes selectively. Selective violence will intelligence and intelligence is scarier than range. Why romance never slow the movie? Romance is embedded in action beats, not pauses. Danger revolves, care crisis, acceleration, bonding, trust replace flirting. The relationship advances because of the plot, not beside it. The city as a memory place. Brahmaputra is laid on like a mental map. Outer runs, temptation, inner chambers, consecration, central tomb truth. This makes geography memorable and scans easy to wrestling years later. Why the movie feels safe despite horror. The film signals safety, thought, clear heroes, moral consistency, eventual daily life return. Your nervous system knows fear has an exit to make your working to image. Why Imhotep's body revolt is so effective. It's incremental horror. You don't you don't get everything at once. Each step is what you image the next stage. Imagination fills gaps more powerfully than visuals. Why the camera never shows off, no passive speed, no hyperzoom, no self-conscious framing. Invisible craft keeps focus on story, not technique. That restraint is well. The moral scale is simple on purpose, respect survival, curiously risk, breed punishment, balance peace. Simple moral math makes myth story endure. Why the movie invites rewatch rewatch each rewatch. The moral scale is simple on purpose. Crew take away nave angel. The mummy 99 keep digging ultra deep, still fresh, still different. Alright, we continue new ideas, only no looping. Why the movie teach without feelings like a lesson? The films never lecture about Egyptian history, mythology, morality. Instead, demonstrates the power of warning. Why they matters. Almost every disaster is predicted by a warning. Middle-age warning, library restriction, ancient seal legends spoken casually. This creates dramatic irony. You know what's the wrong character choose anyway. That choice makes consequence feels earned. Emotaps as a process villain. Most violence appear fight, died, emotaps assemble, grows, skeleton peaks collapse. Process villains feel scary because they feel unstoppable until they aren't. Why no characters feel modern? None of the characters speak like today's turning. Use Bradley sarcasm, break the fourth wall. The isolates the movie from time. It exists in its own pocket of reality. The desert is a moral space. The desert is empty, honest, unforgiving. There's nowhere to hide mistakes. Is storytelling empty space? Characters faster than crowded ones. That's why decisions feel exposed. Why the movie never overloads the sense. Every during chaos, one main threat appear scans the emotionally beats at a time, one goal in focus. The brain likes single tracks urgency, multitasking tension cause fatigue, fear without cities that are fighting but not purely detailed, no particular focus, no linking again. The glorification fear is used to warn not to entertain cruelty. What respect keeps the film watchable forever? Why the camera trusted the actors close-up are used sparingly when they appear. It's for realization, fear decisions. This tells you pay attention. This moment matters. Why the movie resists our cooling. It doesn't try to be cynical, self-aware. Synthetic is better than cleavage. That's why it doesn't feel embarrassing. Yes, later. The film secrets contract with you. It quietly says if you follow the rules will reward you, and it keeps that promise every time. Deep core statement now. Mummy 1999 survives because it respects rare things. Myth audience intelligence, emotionally clarity break my one of this and the magic dice. The Mummy 1999 more again story. DNA human instincts why it's endlessly matchable. Still new angles, still no recycle. Let's continue. Why the movie feels easy to enter at any moment. You can join the movie at the seconds because goals are analyzed, always clear, stakes are visible, characters are reducible instantly. This makes it perfect for TV replays and rewatch. Great rewatch films are modular, no fragile. The ancient law feels subconscious magic. The movie constantly suggests this rules existed long before you invited for the plot, not negotiable. Humans instinctively respect ancient law narrative. It trigger myth memory. Why Imhotep never feels ridiculous. Many supernatural villains risk becoming silly. Imhotep avoided this because he really reacts emotionally. He doesn't chase validation. He doesn't soaks or taunt dignity fear. Once a villain jokes too much fear collapse. Why secondary characters feel real. Even minor characters have clear motivation, makes understandable mistakes, die for specified reason, random death feels cheap, cause based death feels mythic. Why the movie used limit locations instead of jumping everywhere. It focused on the desert, the city, the tomb interior, limited space increases immersion. Too many locations, dialogue linger. Why the movie never feels overwritten. Dialogue is short, purposeful, reacting. The one explain feeling, they act them action first writing is better than speech first writing. The role of silence every understand. Some of the most tense moments have no music, minimal sound, just environment noise. Silence tell the brain pay attention. That's pure cinematic control. Why the film doesn't need twisted, it relies on escalation, consequence, investibility. When case and effect is strong, twist become insist. Why it feels like a complete meal. Many films feels like just action, just plot, just spectacle. The movie gives mystery, fear, humor, romance, resolution, balance, satisfaction deeper than intensity, a rare achievement. The film is fun without being dumb, scary without being cruel, romantic without being so slow, epic without being exhausting. That combination is extremely hard to repeat. Name core line. Bhumi 1999 doesn't ask you believe in magic, it asks you to respect it. The Mummy 1999 more the deepest layer why it feels like a modern myth. At this point we are not reviewing, we are decoding why the movie feels like a story you already know. With it feels familiar even on first expose. The film copies myth structure, forbidden act, eternal punishment, resurrection, consecration, spreading, order restored, your brains recognize the pattern instantly, comfort plus AW, Imhotep is a tragic with not a monster, stripped the effect away the his story is love obeisance differential of law defines eternal suffering. He isn't evil first, he becomes evil because he refused so to let go. That timeless tragedy. Risk O'Connell, classical hero, not modern actor star. Risk isn't smartest, isn't strongest, isn't chosen. He survives because he adapts, he protects others, he respects danger. That's home a hero logic, not superhero logic. Why Evelyn is a true key of the story. Without Evelyn, no reading, no awakening, no resolution. Knowledge is both the problem and the solution. The movie quietly respects intelligence, rare for action film. Why humor, never breaking immersion. Jokes are reaction based, streets based, characters based, never meta, self aware, modern slang, humor inside the world's experience belief. The course is a moral system. The course isn't random magic, it punishes arrogance, distraction, obsession. That makes the supernatural feel slow, not chaotic. Lawful magic is believable magic. Why CGI is better than expected because it serves storytelling, it used sparingly, it paired with practical effects. Story first visual is slow, then tag first visual. Why the end feels right, the ending doesn't escalate endless. It returns power of mortality, remove immortality, restore balance. Myth ending are about closure, not spectral. Final deep truth. The movie 1999 works because it treats entertainment like tradition, not trade. That's why new generation still accept it. Last line for real this time. The movie 99 more The movie 99 more ultra rare English on almost never discussed, still fresh, still different. Let's go again. Why the movie feels honest. The film never parented guns with magic, humans control ancient forexes. Knowledge comes without risk. Honesty about limits makes victories feels earned, not gifted. The prize rules nothing is free. Every gain has a cost. Knowledge, danger, love, sacrifice, resources, suffering, survival loss. Story with prize feel adult even when they are fun. Imhotep is powerful because they obey his own rules. He never breaks ritual, logic, escapes consequences, sees the system, villains who follow rules feel real, rule breaking villains feel like fake. Why emotions never feel forced? Emotion emerges from situation, not species. Love during danger, despair during betrayal, showing emotion, thought, action is timeless storytelling. Why Putra is never cool. The movie refused to glamorize it. No triumphant music, no celebration shots, no weak consequence story-wise. The city remains warm even when beautiful. Their discomfort is intentionally why the film feels clean after watching. Unlike many dark movies, not moral confusion, no unsolved no nihilism. Your mind exists is story balance not disturbed. That's why it's comforting. Why the movie doesn't date itself, it avoids trending dialogue, pop reference, visual gimmicks. It feels like a story told around a fire, not a project of a year. Why every scan moves? Ask this about any scans, what changed after his? The answer is always something important. Static scans are forgettable. Transformative scans stick. Why these films create adventure lovers? People who love Indian Jones, National Treasure, Uncharted, almost always love the movie. Its programs are paid to enjoy structure, danger plus discovery, the rarest quality of all. Repeat safety. You can watch it right, watch it bored, watch it check what is happy, and it always work. That cinema comfort as we speak. One line essence save the mummy 1999 doesn't chase more greatness. The Mummy 99 more find that why it lives in people, not just screens. This is the layer Brendan Craft went myth, the human memory layer. Why people miss the movie? People don't just remember it, they miss it because it represents discovery without condition, danger without currently, fun without embarrassment. Modern films often feel self-conscious. This one feels singular. The movie respects the audience. It assumes viewers can understand of effect, feel fear without goal, love without being told you, respect creates loyalty, loyalty creates longevity. Why kids and adults experience differently? As a kid, monsters, adventure, humor, and as an adult, obsession, consequence, moral limited, great film grow with you. Why it feels like a safe memory. Nothing in the film shames you, exhausts you, over stimulates you. It becomes a place your mind returns to like a family story. Why the movie created a tune that's hard to copy. Many try to imitate it. Most fail it because the copied surface memories, budget CGI skills, but missed balance, restraint, respect, tones is discipline, not recognition. Imhotep's final moment understand when he become moral fear finally he faced. Power never scarred him, human weakened it. That single beat complete his tragedy. Why the last image matters. The heroes live. They don't conquer. They don't claim. They don't lecture. Walking away is mythic ending wisdom. Our victory. Why it will never disappear because it doesn't argue with its audience, doesn't press, doesn't age itself. Story built on human institutions survive technology shifted. Final line absolute core the Mummy 1999 is not remembered because it was perfect, it's remembered because it was pure, pure adventure, pure fear. The Mummy 1999 macro details, hidden choice, and why every frame works, still going, still fresh. This time we zoom in. Why the opinion scans lucky war immediately. The program has no heroes, has no jokes, has no mercy. The film asks it fun later by first establish absolute seriousness that contains multiple impact, color, psychology, very subtle, gold, sand, compression, grid, mystery, blue night, cost, depth, imbalance, fire, forbidden, power, resources, why Rick and Evelyn work as a couple. They are opposites but not cliches. Risk, survival instinct, Evelian intellectual instinct. Together they represent complete humanity, mind plus body, ancient evil, Why scarves are the perfect horror tool. Scarves don't jump, don't roll, don't chase fast, don't invade slowly. Invention horror is more disturbing than attack horror. That's why the scan still makes people uncomfortable. Why the movie represents death when someone dies. The story bows, the dream escalates, the loss matters. That isn't coordination, is information. Why the music never tells you that to feel the core support mode never upwards scans know when you disappear overscoring manipulation emotion underscoring earns in the no separate real every location eventful become dangerous city desert tomb library what this creates a constantly low level tension. The brain never relaxes fully. Why the editing feels invisible goods are logical, motivated, never flashy. Invisible editing, maximum embarrassment. You don't notice the film, you experience it. Why the movie never judge you? It allows you to enjoy fear, enjoy destruction, enjoy advance without guilt. Judgment is entertainment is rare and deeply rewatchable. A truth most people miss. The moment 1999 more the invisible cracks layer why it feels physical real. We are at the level where technique disappears. Why the world feels tangible. You feel heat, dust, weight because characters with stumble, reload, props are handled, drops, damage. Customer is during the movie. Physical continuity convinces the brain is real. Why dangers as distance. Threats aren't always close up. You see sandstorm forming far away. You watch flags spread across cities. You sense doom approaching, not teleporting. Disaster creates inventibility, scarier than surprise. Why comedy never sets the stakes? Jokes never undo fear, cancel consequences, mock death. Humor succeeds when danger instead of repeating it. Why emotes is short like a natural disaster. Notice the framing wide shots when he advances small humans in foreground. Clean camera, violent outcome.